You knew it was my birthday anyway because you got one of my favorite guests lined up this morning.
Well, Shontaye Hawkins, this is Tim's birthday present to have her as a guest on the show. Good morning. Good morning, Shontaye.
Hey,
How
Shontaye.
are you?
Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you so much. Shontaye, by the way, is a business coach, and she is one of our favorite folks to join us.
She puts us in a good mood.
Because, she puts us in a good mood, and she gets folks ready to head to the office and get us in the right mindset to not only keep our jobs, but thrive as well. What you got going on this week? What are we talking about, Shontaye?
Oh, my goodness. They say the French passed this law where it makes companies of 50 or more employees makes it illegal for them to text you or email you after work hours.
That is very interesting in this world where we are all connected 24/7. Some people even, will take text messages in their sleep. Not me. I put mine on Do Not Disturb, my phone. But some people really do not disconnect. They had to make a law for people to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking next time you guys talk to me, I'll be in France.
It is so hard for some people to disconnect, and we've talked about before the crazy people in this world who don't use up their vacation. Those people I don't understand. Yeah. But I do know when it is time to go on a vacation, the work you have to do to get ready to go on vacation oftentimes is days worth of work just so you can take a few days off.
Yes, well, because you're trying to let everyone know, hey, if someone's going to be stepping in and covering for you during that period of time, right? So you're training them. Then you're making sure you're training everybody to know don't text me. Don't remember, I'm gone from July this date to that date. So you're doing all this work to set up what would be a stress-free vacation. But then, there's that chance that someone's just going to I know you're on vacation, right? You get I know you're on vacation call. But I just couldn't figure out. So you really don't get a chance to disconnect because as much as you can help, you do the work up front to be able to go. You still have an opportunity. There's still this chance and possibility that someone's going to still reach out to you.
Shontaye Hawkins is joining us this morning. She's a business coach. She's joining us on Memphis Morning News. And Shontaye, I know we're all still fairly young, but it's been within our lifetimes when this wasn't necessarily so. I tell you, once the internet cranked up and everybody got a phone in their hands that they could take with them, it was a game changer, wasn't it?
Yes, it really has. It's this thing where what did we do, right, before you could text and email your employees after 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening? What happened? What was work like?
I mean, used to we could get away by just taking the phone off the hook at home.
Right. Nothing fell apart. Things still worked. I used to joke that I was never going to check my work email on my phone until my company paid for my phone, which has never happened. But, I think that's a valid point. You work X amount of hours a day for a company. And should you have to reconnect if they want you after hours if your job doesn't call for it? Now, some people have jobs where they're on call or whatever, but I cannot imagine ever them making a law or any kind of guideline in the United States that says no texting from your job after hours.
Right. And this is the thing is, what are we risking when we don't disconnect? We're risking losing our families, because you're not connecting with your children, your husband, your wives, etc. at home. So what are we, I'm working. I'm supposed to be working to help take care of my home, but I'm not really taking care of my home other than financially.
Yeah, and it's nice that the bill gets paid, but that takes about 20 seconds to go online and do that with your phone. So, I mean, once you do that, what's left. That's a really good point, Shontaye. And I guess the best solution is to just simply be intentional.
Yes, I mean it's really. I feel like we have to try to train our companies, our employers, that when I'm here, you have me 100%, right? So do the work while you're here. But when I leave, you don't have access to me. Like texting, I think texting is just like the worst because it's like right there in your face. You kind of really can't ignore it. But with emails and things like that, you can kind of turn off the notifications. And I believe even with the texting, you can kind of have those messages go to certain folders and things like that if you use a certain app.
Right. Our friend Jake,
I'm risking losing my job if I do that, right? Am I risking if I don't respond to you overnight?
That's a great question.
Text message that, when I get in, you're going to kind of have an attitude with me and you standoffish.
Yep.
Well, our friend Jake texted our boss the other day, and our boss's response was, "I'm on vacation."
So could we really get away with responding to the boss that way if the boss texts us, though? Hey,
no, but the boss can get away with it.
And you can't even pretend like your line got cut off in mid-sentence because it's text. Hey, right. Shontaye, have a great weekend. We're hit up against a hard break. Thank you so much for joining us, Shontaye Hawkins.
Bye-bye.
Always good to talk to Shontaye. I'm sorry.